Hi collectives, how are you today? I hope you're doing well, staying balanced and at peace. Welcome to Sacred Ways Divine Entertainment, where we have fun and enlightenment all together. um, the last post that I shared about, at the end it said, "No one trusts me anymore." So someone came knocking on my door thinking that I'm all alone and they can come and get close to me. I did not answer my door. Spirit told me not to. Someone's in regret because you stood in your strength while they poisoned you. These people were in their ego. They're shocked now because the commitment they made didn't work. There's a divine masculine in reverse that could have gotten into a car accident or was involved trying to get life insurance. They could be in regret. They had an affair. They could live at a distance from you. They couldn't cause you death, put you in prison. Now they're crying over spilt milk because the idea they had didn't work of sending in you false love. That they could set you up with prison. The Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands got paid an opportunity here to cause people to fight you. They wanted you to be bitter about what they said about you. They wanted to start chaos in your world so you could lose a Ten of Pentacles by drugging and poisoning you. They wanted you to go through an emotional storm, to commit a homicide, make it look like a natural disaster with the female in reverse that didn't want you to have a higher perspective on them, so they could throw you in prison. They could live near a mountainous area. You're in your star energy. Your fruits of labor are paying off. You're standing in your strength. You're not a foolish person. These people try to make you look childish. You walked away from these people, Ten of Swords in you, with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. You were going to give to this institution. You gave her a full list of everything that needed to be replaced in that shelter. And I told her to add things to it if she felt necessary. I was going to get a industrial service cleaning basically on that place because it needs it bad. The washers and dryers need to be replaced. Well, the washers are kind of okay, but the dryers need to be replaced. There needs to be locking food cabinets. Each person has to have a section in the freezer where their food is locked up in it because people steal your food and you're hungry all the time, or they're poisoning it. So I had to have a lot of packaged foods that I could just open and eat right then and there. Sealed foods. Also, they need more supplies. There's no first aid. The first aid box is empty. I did not see a fire extinguisher at all in that place. And they were after me about fire and safety, when I'm very, very careful. It's always safety first for me. I learned that working retail. I've been working retail since I was a teenager. Having all those hazardous videos and shit like that, I know. I'm 50 years old. I've been around. So I gave her a full list of all the shit that the shelter needs. She's like, oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. And she didn't do anything with it. So, you know, there's things that need to change in these shelters to improve it. Like being able to stay by yourself in a room without roommates. Because when you're in a domestic violence shelter, people are freaking crazy. They need counseling, they need therapy, they could have addictions, they need addiction counseling, they need therapy. And you know, you don't just give notices to the clients to make them leave by a certain date without helping them with housing. I needed gas card. I needed a gift card for Walmart a few times, and they didn't do it. I got one gas check that I could use, and that's when I first got there. But these people use these things for themselves that work in this building. So, and I'm also guessing that the books are wrong as well. The shelter needs to be restructured, period. And all the shelters, probably in the United States, need to be redone. Schools, the school system, the structure needs to be destructed and reconstructed. I'm sick and tired of all this bullshit. These people may want to apologize for the conflict that they caused you, and that's the truth. They're stressing you out. You're getting justice on your side. There's a divine masculine in reverse that's fantasizing about you in bed. They're toxic because they're getting you overburdened, having extra responsibilities. They're facing delays now. They wanted you to escape with them. Now they're heartbroken. They worked with the High Priestess in reverse, an Emperor and Nine of Pentacles. I moved away from working with them, or you're moving away from these people. You're in your Ten of Cups energy. You're healing from these people chasing you. You're manifesting right now. These people wanted to come in and distract you. They're facing karma for doing that. Worked with corrupt authorities to stop your new beginning, to make you look dishonest, deceptive, a trickster. They said that you spied on them, that you were shallow, and that's been exposed. These people don't regret the commitment they made. You have a free spirit, and they thought that they could take you to a beach here and abandon you there. You had an epiphany about that. They were trying to confuse you with false love. They wanted you to have obscurities. They wanted you hoping for a soulmate, get you in a hotel. There's the King of Pentacles in reverse. That's having conflict and disagreements with people. They're in competition. They're not in peace right now. They didn't want you to be in peace. They may want to confess because you use your intuition on these perverted people that abused and neglected you. They wanted to continue to do that in your home, or this is an inside job. Their idea of revenge didn't work. They couldn't report you committing suicide so they could pay off their debt. With the Queen of Cups, that built a faulty foundation with collaboration that's been investigated. There's a fire sign in reverse that's in sorrow. Wanted you in sorrow, wanted you having toxic behaviors. They worked with the family in reverse. They wanted you longing for them. They wanted you obsessed, not looking like a loyal person. They wanted you brokenhearted. They didn't give to you. They were in their ego for power. There was a meeting the one day that they would come back for a second chance, just to get you attached to a third party. They are waiting for the right time. This is an organized crime. They don't want you to talk about someone who's married, who's lusting after you. There's a Page of Wands that doesn't want to be intimate with the water sign in reverse that faked your death. There's a water sign in reverse that faked a death. About a Page of Swords. They need to come clean to rethinking their approach. They're keeping secrets about the plan they had that didn't work out to shock you. These are greedy people. That stole your home, your properties. The divine is here, protecting you from these people that celebrated too early, leaving you out in the cold. You're moving forward while these people are in the Hanged Man position. There's a King of Wands in reverse. That pardoned her, whatever. With the Queen of Wands in reverse, that wanted you hopeless, going through endings with a car accident, make you go missing. There's a missing child. It's a secret that they assassinated it. You rejected that person. There could have been a car accident that was set up and they kidnapped a child to assassinate it from someone you rejected from a neighborhood. Your long-term view here, or a neighborhood wanted long-term view with a Knight of Wands in reverse, pretended like they loved you, ran away from that person. It was a freak. There's a grandparent. You could have a spouse, ex-spouse or partner that's a grandparent that made mistakes to try to make you look like an Empress in reverse, that you were prideful, that you did magic, that you bluffed people, that you weren't pretty, that you had tunnel vision, that you couldn't have chemistry with anyone, making you go through man-made disasters. They can't travel to you because they're blocked because of what they heard on social media. They wanted you to run away from a family in reverse. They could have made you look like a serial killer. That you were a psycho clingy bitch. That you were, psycho clingy bitch. There was a lover that went to a party that couldn't commit a crime of passion at a party with the Nine of Cups. That's not healing. You're balanced. These people know that they wanted you hidden. They're camouflaging their energy. They wanted to hide you. They wanted to isolate you so you didn't get justice. With the cult in reverse, they could steal a gift. They're trying to cover this up. Someone you dated in reverse in the past, trying to dismember you and bury you, wanted you to lose your galactic protection. Now all these people are fighting because it's proven that they're perverted. There's a Queen of Swords in reverse and a Nine of Swords that have heart fog. They're exhausted. They could have caused you a tower. Now they're trying to clean up, trying to trap you in a landfill. They didn't want you to nourish yourself, have self-growth. They pretended to be a chosen one, this male in reverse, that tried to make you look like a fraud and that you were a jealous person, but you don't give a fuck what these people do. They wanted you thinking about them. There's a divine feminine in reverse that worked with a couple in reverse. And a celebrity in reverse. That's a twin flame. Wanted you to let your guards down so you could lose a Nine of Cups. Now they're in regret because all the illusions they casted about how you cared for people, or you didn't care for people in past lives. There's a caregiver from a past life that's trying to hide pain from a man of law. He's using his intuition of trying to cause you mental entrapment and death. He knows that they lie. They got clarity about trying to stop your Wheel of Fortune in a wooded area. Luck is not on their side because they try to make you look like a devil for mind control. Now they're facing imprisonment. They wanted you overthinking, having cloudy judgment over an affair they had with your ex, a mother figure. You release them. There's a King of Cups. That's emotionally immature. They're insecure. They're going through disappointments. They're trying to have a new idea, but they're having creative blocks. There's death to that. You have love coming in, and these people are having oh my god moments because of the collaboration they did to only cause themselves to be at their breaking point. They're at a distance from you. They're having an awareness of how important your value is. These people are withdrawn, lonely. They may be trying to get away on a boat so they can stay alive and out of prison. You had courage through all this bullshit. You had your boundaries up to these people trying to take you out for life insurance and deserting you. Out of a home, a King of Swords that tried to cast judgment upon you. Said that you chased the thrills, good times. They said that you trapped them, that you gave them legal issues, that you tried to strangle them, that you tried to steal their money. Now they're on the road, or run. What is this King of Swords energy? You're crying over spilt milk because the fake love that they gave you didn't trap you in your head. What else, Spirit? Overworking with the family to try to cause you death. With the Nine of Swords that's passionate about you. You're in your Ten of Pentacles energy. There's a Queen of Swords that paid somebody to a King of Cups to give you false love on social media. You had your sword up. You're divinely protected. You have love coming in and you're being celebrated. For these people that work together to try to get you to lose your protection. You're trying to fucking relax. These people need to get arrested. They tried to get you arrested. They got paid money to make you weak. With the King of Swords, he paid people to stop your ascension, to overburden you. You see High Priestess of this Queen of Wands as a hater. There's a King of Pentacles in reverse and a Nine of Cups in reverse. And Man of Law in reverse that are keeping a secret. This has been exposed. That you're the star. They can't move forward anymore to try to get justice on their side. There's an Emperor and a King of Wands in reverse that got an idea. To bring you a false investigation, to throw you in prison. You moved away to calmer waters from these illusions they casted, trying to get your head up in the clouds. There's a King of Pentacles in reverse. That's a trash box, trying to make you look like a trash box and had an enemy. That's been exposed on the internet. There's a twin flame. You have a twin flame connection. You're on your fool's journey. They know you're innocent. They're going to give you an offer. Trying to hide this. It's been exposed. And these people that are sending people in don't want you to use your intuition. They don't want you to think that they're toxic. They're just going to come in and hold back from you. You're holding back from all these people and your Four of Wands energy. There's a Page of Wands that collaborated to Nine of Swords you, confuse you, heartbreak you with karmic connections. You do white magic to protect yourself and your love. You pray for your love. There's a Queen of Pentacles that lied about a Queen of Cups. They'll try to put you in the Hanged Man position, trying to keep you in poverty so you can't relax. You're getting a message soon about their judgment. You're in your Wheel of Fortune energy. There's a Nine of Wands that's fighting with people now. They can't relax. You can't sleep because of the magic they did on you. To try to take a Nine of Pentacles with an Empress that's a false person. You're balanced during all this shit. You've got luck on your side. These people are having legal issues now because they tried to emotionally manipulate you. These vampires. They said you did black magic. They said that you were dishonest, deceptive. They tried to cause you a tower, give you in false love with false obsessed people, trying to get you to fight, lose your balance, and lose opportunity. You're moving forward now while these people are in the Ten of Wands energy. They're losing money. They lost time, money, and energy. Trying to Ten of Swords you. Divine partner in reverse. You moved on from. You're going to have lots of options that the Most High is protecting. moved on from all these fucks that are narcs. They have health issues. There's a water sign that's a liar. During Mercury retrograde, their love spell didn't work. They wanted to say that they wanted to marry you and go on the honeymoon only to have sex with you, to gamble with your life. This was a commitment. Spirit says someone wants to confess to you, or someone that wanted to confess to you. They waited. You let go of that person that you dated. An air sign in reverse. It's confused about his sexuality. That someone pregnant, he's going to challenge his luck is not on his side. He didn't want you to move away from him or have any caution about moving away. He stole your pets. He's going through a divorce because there's always someone else. You used your intuition. About a vacation he took. He didn't want you to use your intuition about a vacation he took. Something that he tried to manifest. He may want to communicate to you, but they're not divinely protected. They want to repeat cycles with you so they can continue to spy on you with the fire sign in reverse. Don't open your heart to that person. No, Spirit says, they said that you were a gold digger and that you were impatient. Worked with an earth sign in reverse. Someone wanted you to need bail. Their mice are poisoning you. Sitting in mice. King of Cups in reverse as part of this bank fraud. That said that they didn't cheat on you. This contract to give you an ST. They're facing fines and fees because they worked with this network. They're under spiritual court. They wanted you going through conflict. Trying to help you get kidnapped. Being held hostage. They wanted you to face fines and fees. They have an objection here. There's a bank teller in reverse that tried to get you charged with the King of Pentacles. Category 320, year plus, 15,000 fine. There's a plaintiff that's going to act like a defendant. They're going to get convicted, and now they're concerned and facing confinement, trying to sabotage your life. Hunting you down, trying to give you intentional chaos over a home they stole from you. NRS 205.0833. Look that up. King of Swords, losing resources because they stole your home. They're getting a home repo and a car repo. There's a Queen of Swords in reverse that did a false testimony with a student and a waitress. They gambled your life. They built a false case to continue to take from you with the post office in reverse. This post office in reverse has criminal activity. There is criminal school activity. They are a corrupt system. People in these schools are going to face imprisonment. They need psychological evals and anger management. There's a hospital in reverse that worked with your exes, handling your life with agencies. We have rescission here. There's something being supplied to a casino in reverse. Something about maybe these hotels and these casinos want to where these hotel motels, these studios, whatever, they're acting as though they care about your welfare. It's a kill motive. This is an accomplice in crime. try to make it look like an accident. Someone that lied about a pregnancy is getting a disposition or they put in a disposition in reverse. They paid for this, now they're crying. They're paranoid because the motion didn't work with a thud and your tires. They didn't want to be interrogated that they were a slut. There's a maid that's working with the false prophet, or a maid in reverse that put in a false report. We have false prophet in the energy as well about you domestically being violent with them. Take it how it resonates to your story. I'm tired of shit. I need to take a break without anybody thinking I'm doing anything. These people try to steal everything from you. These people wanted you blind. They worked around the schedule. They used their professional jobs to get you thrown in prison, but that just reversed the shit back on them. Now they want to apologize for the adventure they took or the adventure they tried to put you on, but you have luck on your side. They wanted you going through nightmares, going through withdrawals, trying to stop your fate, that this is happening to them. They wanted you stubborn. They wanted you to look stubborn. This was a strategy to gain. Now they're in fright because they couldn't trap you. This alliance on the third wheel. They wanted you stressed out over this vow they took to attach a disturbance to you. They didn't want you to get a good news about having a family. You triumphed this, you're getting your blessings. They were told to stop. They don't want to compromise. They still want you lonely. They wanted you lonely, but you stayed ready anyway. These people said that you got paid money for sex, whatever, for opportunities of illegal activity. This commitment didn't work. Pretended to love you, only to rob you, needing aid. They wanted to overindulge off of you, your money, your time, your energy. They tried to make you look like a prideful person. They all promised to do this and try to make you look like you weren't an authentic person. They didn't hesitate on trying to get you not to relax. They didn't want you to be okay. They're not even sorry. Now they're thinking about the memories they had with you when you were married, and how they used their imagination to curse you and overload you. But you had self-love, and there's evidence of that. And because you were alone, they wanted to make you sick. Now these people are sick because they couldn't puppet you. They're going through conflict. They wanted you to lose your gifts. They couldn't sacrifice you with the justice system. They didn't want you calm. They wanted you going through natural disasters over these collaborations that they're furious about. Now that didn't work. You're having sweet dreams because they couldn't cause you death with your ancestors or a deity. They wanted you to be homeless, losing real estate, not persevering, not making you look like a sweetheart. You're reserved, yes. Their goal that they had protesting you didn't work. These people coached people. This was the idea to make an accident in your life or change fate. Making friends bully you and not care for you. Their daydreaming that they did not work. These people don't live and learn. They're going to continue to go through losses because they wore masks and they're facing homelessness. Here's this historian here. There's a PA that journaled up, worked with a holistic healer to falsify your medical records so they could be a part of managing your wealth. There's a musician, an actor, a judge that tried to manufacture these contracts with a doctor and a nurse and a physical trainer to try to cause static electricity with a lawyer. They tried to visualize, come up with things with a social worker. They tried to concoct things with a stylist. To say that you didn't take care of yourself, you didn't have an intuition. They tried to speak this plan into existence, needing emergency care. There's a banker that thinks this is funny about a spiritual teacher. Or this banker thinks that a spiritual teacher is funny. There's a teacher that is divinely protected. They took accountability. This could be going public. There's a first responder that was at a restaurant that tried to write up something here visionarily to publicize, to make up a way to do bank fraud. There's a broker, it could be a real estate company that tried to engineer and cook up something. To create a disaster with a spiritual practitioner. Could be a stripper that tried to compose something with a police officer. Some of these people are in regret because they couldn't cause you change, make you look like a prideful person. You're healthy, God helps you. Archangel Raphael helps you with your health, and these people are in doubt over your good health. Or they wanted you confused about your health when you went to the hospital. You were more than likely raped. You've had patients. They wanted you to feel guilty over the ending of a person or relationship on purpose, to end your purpose. They wanted to make you look like you were ungrateful and you didn't accept the finer things in life. They didn't want you to have adversity. They wanted you going through failures. Now they are. You're using humor to get through all this. They didn't want you to have happiness. Now they feel lonely because they couldn't take your freedom away. They wanted you to lose friendships here, but you persevered. They didn't want you to have growth, but you stayed in peace. They wanted to take you off balance, put you in fear, try to make you look like a dishonest person and blame you. You have discipline with your love, and these people are in denial over it. They're under judgment. They wanted you going through grief. They try to make you look like an envious person, an unforgiving person, but you have empathy. These people use their imagination to get people not to trust you, but they do. They wanted you to be indecisive about the opportunities to come in and take your success away, to end friendships in your life. And we have service. I feel good when I can help others. They're worried over this. You don't have low self-esteem. You're in your abundant energy because you surrender to the Most High every day of your life. So get the fuck out of my face. If you don't like it here, you fucking leave. In the distant horizon, there's a false judge and a Queen of Pentacles that's expecting a family in reverse that worked with a lawyer in reverse, an official person, and a main female. All their work didn't pay out to put you in bad health and cause you death, with the mature women in reverse to try to keep you in poverty, with the community in reverse to try to make you look innocent. Not innocent, causing changes in your life to lose your gifts and blessings, having courthouse issues, judicational issues. An X pathway ended. They wanted you to get a message of concern that you were a thief. They wanted you to get a message of concern about being in despair. About a main male in reverse that took a great fortune with a mature man in reverse that he wants courtship, try to get you thrown in prison. You're not getting a message of concern over this, and now they're in their thoughts over the journey they took, being a false person in your life, accepting payment to take everything from you. They wanted you concerned about losing a house because they were fucking married. These people are nervous now, and that's locked in. You're in your abundance energy. You're fertile. There was a car accident, but you stood in your strength. These people are jumpy now. All these colonies of people that are after your ships coming in. You continue to stay adaptable. You're getting an opportunity, whether that's drop level. You're staying balanced. They didn't want you to have luck on your side. They didn't want you to nurture yourself. You're moving. Continue. You're a nurturer. You're abundant. You're gentle. You're fertile, and you're loyal. You're stubborn about your discernment. That's been exposed. God is protecting you from spell work. They're losing their ancestors for trying to stop your awakening. And they're trying to hide this. You stayed clever. You used your intuition. And you're divinely protected. Your new beginning is divinely protected. You're taking off with your wisdom from these copycats that try to pull the rug out from underneath you. Try to make you weak so they couldn't go to prison, these energy vampires. Can we get an angel message, please? And thank you, Spirit. Angels want to speak today. Angels are pissed. God is pissed. I feel it. I've been feeling it since last night. Gratitude. Thank you. This is a heartfelt thanks to you from someone you recently helped in some way. Your guardian angel also wished to thank you for the unconditional love you emit. You give to Earth and humanity and those around you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are internally blessed. May peace, grace, love forever guide you along your sacred path. Thank you, angels. I love you. Thank you, Father God. I love you. Thank you for getting me through all this. Please have a good, blessed day. Always give thanks and surrender to the Most High for absolutely any type of blessing in your life. And if you can help someone, please, they need it. I love you all. Have a good day. Bye.